In this video, we're going to talk about the IRS Form W4 with the child tax credit. Now, this is a question that I got from a viewer that said, I keep updating my W4 and no taxes are being taken out, or definitely not enough. Like for 2021, only $500 in federal taxes came out. I have one dependent, but made $40,000 last year and I live in Florida. I keep making my dependents $2,000, but no taxes are coming out. I'm lost. Any suggestions? Is it my job or maybe I'm missing a step? So I'm thinking that there is a step that is being missed. So let's go ahead and go through this so I can show you exactly what you should be looking at. So let me go ahead and pull this up on the screen so we can go through this together. So right here is a copy of the IRS Form W4, and I get these types of questions all of the time. And if you just slow it down a little bit, follow these videos that I've put together for the W4. And if you haven't seen my other videos, I have a ton of videos on the W4. Go ahead and check them out. But going through this, it's really important that we go through the online estimator. Now, what I want to show you here is if we go down to step 3 is where we're going to claim our dependents. I would like to take a minute to thank the sponsor of this video, Aura, the new standard in digital security. Aura provides identity theft and fraud protection for your finances, personal information, and family. Easy to understand, simple to set up, and all in one place. And as you would expect with an identity theft protection, you're gonna get the online account monitoring, your personal information, and your social security monitoring. And one of the services that I love the most, financial and credit fraud protection, which covers everything from credit monitoring to 401k and investment account monitoring. Because it's your money, you worked hard for it, and you need to protect it. So visit aura.com/Travis for 50% off. So if we're looking at it right here, we can see it says, multiply the number of qualifying children under age 17 by $2,000. Now that is the child tax credit moving forward, as it's always been $2,000, but the enhanced amount, the extra, the advanced portion to it that bumped it up to $3,000 and $3,600, that is no longer in existence. It's only the $2,000. So if we're looking at this and it says $2,000 there, you're thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna put $2,000 if I only have one dependent. So then it's going to say add the amount above and enter it total here. And we're going to put $2,000, but that will likely be incorrect. In fact, there's only really one scenario that's actually going to make that work. And that is only if this is your first job, you have one job, you have no other taxes withheld anywhere, no side hustles, no extra money coming in, nothing. It's just literally one thing, one job. That's the only way you're going to get this right. If you only look at the W4, that's why you need the online estimator. So I can't say that if you have one dependent, here's how you should fill it out, because it's actually different. Even if somebody that you know looks like they have the same situation, it could be a little bit different. So here's what I mean by that. So if we made this mistake, let's go back and look at the online estimator. And I've filled it out, so I'm gonna make this video as quick as possible. But if we scroll down, I filled it out as married filing jointly. If we go to the next screen, you can see that I put in the income here and that we're making an estimated, I believe I put it in as $150,000. Yeah, right here, $150,000. And I just made these numbers up just so you can see what it's going to look like. How much we've withheld year to date. Look at your last pay stub. And then if we scroll down, go to next. I'm not going to make any adjustments. We're going to keep this on the simple side. Take the standard deduction at $25,900 for married filing jointly. Now, this is a very important page right here. This is the child and dependent credits. So the child tax credit right up here, and they've changed this from the previous version. We put the ages right on the tax credit section. Before, we had to mark off how many we had and then come to this section to fill it out. They've got rid of that. And this is a much better way of doing it anyways. So if you have multiple children, just go ahead and add them. If not, just keep the one line item and put their age in there. For this walkthrough, I'm doing the age of 5. Now, here's what you need to pay attention to. We're going to scroll down, click on next, wait for it to generate. Now, in this projection, if we don't do anything, this estimator is saying that we're actually going to have a tax liability at the end of the year of $11,886 because we're not withholding enough money right now. We need to make an adjustment. If we don't make that adjustment, that is the projected amount that we're going to have to owe. So if we scroll down here and the bar over here says, I don't want a refund, I want to pay the right amount in taxes throughout the course of the year, here's the adjustment. And as I've said on almost every other video, there's going to be a link at the end that says Form W4. We're going to go ahead and click on it. I've already clicked on it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here and show you exactly what this looks like. Now look at this. We're married filing jointly. We have one dependent. We make $150,000. We're currently withholding a certain amount. We need to make an adjustment. This is the output on the W4. Notice step 3, you're looking at it, doesn't have anything there. And you should keep it blank. If you click on it and you filled it out correctly in the estimator, this is making it as accurate as possible. Now you can see that extra withholdings, we actually have to withhold more, of course, because we have to pay over $11,000 if we don't make any changes. So in order to affect that, what they're saying in this is you need to make the adjustment by putting zeros everywhere, basically, is what it's doing, and extra withholdings. Now, you actually don't need to put zeros. Just leave it blank and put 53 in this instance, and you'll be a lot closer to 0. Now, it's an estimator, so it might not be 100% accurate, but it is by far the most accurate way of doing it. Don't take my word for it. That's what the IRS says. So in this instance, you might be thrown off, you might be confused. Do not put $2,000, put the 53 in there, be done with it. That is how you do it. If you're really concerned about it, put the 53, don't touch it. And then on the next pay stub, you're gonna see the correct amount of taxes withheld. Most of this stuff you can do by hand. I've done videos on it to walk you through that. It's a lot of work, especially if you're not familiar with it, but do not put 2,000. Don't think this is the easy way of doing it, because if you put 2,000 in there, you're not going to withhold enough in this particular instance. Yours might be completely different, so just put whatever it puts right here. Go back to the online estimator, go through each line, make sure that is as accurate as possible, and that's how you figure it out. Now, with the W4, you can always come back, revisit it, and re-go through the estimator, rerun it, and to see if it lines up with the amount that you're withholding year to date. And if those numbers look like they're going to be on track, then you're good. Otherwise, make the adjustment. It's important to make this adjustment so if you can free up some cash flow for you, put it in the bank, get a little bit better interest rate, or put it into a retirement plan, save it for the future. So it's better than leaving it with the IRS. That's going to give you a 0% interest until you go ahead and you file your taxes and you get it back. So something that you should consider. If you have any questions on this, let me know in the comments down below. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.